So I made a post over on Instagram asking you guys what bike you wanted me to ride today. So today, we're riding the S1000. But today, we're not only gonna be talking about the S1000, we're gonna be talking about the Ruckus, we're gonna be talking about the MT-09, we're gonna be talking about the CRF450, and we're gonna be talking about the R1. But don't worry, the R1's not going anywhere, I promise. I have no reason to downshift right now. Oh man. Okay. Don't fall in the ditch, man. Okay. Woo! Just calm things down a little bit in here. What's going on, guys? I hope y'all are having an awesome day. I'm Motonosity. I'm on the S1000 today. Dude, why is everybody like running off the road? That guy almost goes in the ditch. This guy almost drives out the side of the road. We're on the 2020 BMW S1000 Double R today, and before you get ahead of yourself, I know what the title says, but don't worry. The S1000 is not going anywhere, at least not anytime soon. I said it, I'll say it again, BMW is not being sold this year. However, I got some bikes I might be selling. Now if you're new here, or you just forgot, I've got the BMW S1000. This is not the newest. The newest bike that I bought was a 2020 Yamaha R1. And I'm just going over the bikes that I currently have, not the ones that I've sold in the past. But before the R1, I bought the S1000. Before the S1000, I bought my Yamaha MT-09. Then before the MT-09, I bought the Grom, but I don't really count that because that's a giveaway bike. If you want to have a chance to win that, you can go support over on Patreon. That link is down in the description. Before the Grom, it was the Ruckus, the stretched 171cc GY6 Ruckus that we built in the second ever full build series on the channel. And then the first build series, the 2015 Honda CRF450R Supermoto that we built back in 2016. 4 years since we built that bike. So that's 5 bikes that I currently have that are mine. And I'm seriously planning on selling more than half of them. But we're not selling the S1000. And I just bought the 2020 R1. Don't worry, the R1's not going anywhere. But the CRF, the Ruckus, and the MT-09, I'm seriously considering selling all 3 of them, like, soon. Is that a cop? Is that just a truck? Regardless, it's a stop sign, so downshift time? Clutchless downshift time? Not a cop, just a truck. Hiding in the shade though, that's a good idea because it is a freaking scorcher today. It is 103 right now. 103 degrees. No, I know that's not the hottest that it is anywhere in the world at any time, but it's hot. I'm telling you guys, I don't care who you are or where you live, 103 degrees is hot. That's the kind of heat where even when you have airflow into your helmet, it's hard to breathe. Give me some of them hill country views. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're not following my TikTok, I've been going ham on it lately, posting a lot of videos over there. So if you're not following me, just like take a second. I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can easily click on it and follow. Otherwise, just type in my name, Motonosity. But I had someone request that I did a 0 to 100 acceleration test. So I might knock that one out today. I'm at least gonna get some daily 100s. This is a wildlife reserve. There's wildlife out here. And I'm not about to, you know, run into a deer today. I saw a Roadrunner the other day, like an actual legit Roadrunner, like Roadrunner from the Looney Tunes. Those are real things if you didn't know. been a big fan of the Strad Man. If you don't watch him, he's an automotive YouTuber, but he's got a lot of exotic cars. So he's got an Aventador, he's got a C8 Corvette. Well, I say have. He had a Ford GT, Ford Focus RS, 2020 Supra. He's got some other ones, but he recently sold his Corvette, his Supra, and his Focus RS and Ford GT, and he sold all those because he wanted to set himself up to buy a hybrid car. And no, selling some of my motorcycles is not going to allow me to buy a hybrid car, but I have the same kind of sentiment that he does with selling some of the things that I have, because yeah, it's a lot of fun to own a lot of bikes or a lot of cars, but I'm not a collector. I'm not trying to collect a bunch of different motorcycles and not ride. And he's the same. He's not trying to collect a bunch of cars that he doesn't drive. He loves driving the cars that he owns. And here's the problem that I have. I just don't have enough time to ride 5 bikes a lot, which I would love to do. Like right now, I've got the S1000 and the R1 that are getting a bunch of seat time. I'm riding them all the time. And I think 2-3 bikes is about what I can handle for the amount of time that I have, especially these days with, you know, I got 2 kids. Neither of them are in daycare because daycare is shut down currently and has been for months. Part of the reason. My CRF, for example, I've ridden a handful of times in the past year. The Ruckus as well. I mean, I rode it a lot more when I was living like closer to downtown Austin. Yeah, I own all those bikes outright. The MT-09, the Ruckus, CRF, bought all those bikes cash. So that's all money that I'd be able to take if I sold all those and put into something else. It's kind of pointless for me to pay insurance on a bunch of bikes that I'm not riding almost ever. And I absolutely love those bikes. Like, I still believe that on the Ruckus, riding that thing is the most fun that I have on any of my bikes. Maybe more so when it was bone stock. And I've said before that if I could only own one motorcycle, it would be a Supermoto. But with what I'm doing currently, the builds, where I live, and the kind of riding that I'm close to, I just like the idea of being able to take the value that I have in all of those bikes that I don't ride all that often and put them into something else, whether it be a new bike in the future, whether it be the next giveaway bike, whether it be like a side-by-side. I've really been wanting to get like a Razor or a Maverick, maybe into another car. I don't know. Those bikes, I absolutely love them to death, and when I go out and ride them, it's incredible. They just don't provide enough value for me anymore to keep. You know, I've done everything that I want to do except for the MT-09, but there's been so much time between when I bought the MT-09 and now that I think it would almost be better for me to just, like, if I were to get another MT-09, to just start over. And I love working on my bike, so like I love the build process. You know, that's a lot of the enjoyment I get about the bikes that I own, is just the entire build process. Those bikes just can't provide that for me anymore unless I just completely rebuild them, but in that case I'd rather just get something new. And then the other thing is that there's just not as much of a connection to the current state of the channel. That was 2016, 2017 builds. You know, it's the new stuff, the S1000, the R1, that provide a lot more enjoyment to both you guys and to me. And I think I usually have this problem. I just hold on to stuff too long, like past the point where even it's giving me any enjoyment, which is weird. Like, I don't do that with anything else. I get rid of stuff all the time. Like, I'm constantly trying to sell stuff off because I just don't like having a lot of things. And I think part of it is just because in my head it's kind of nice to have a bike for all different kinds of purposes. So when I do go out and do, you know, that off-road ride or that just hooligan ride, I got the CRF. When I want to, you know, cruise around the downtown streets, I've got the Ruckus. But the number of cases is just pretty low. You know, I don't live as close to downtown anymore, so I'm not going on those downtown rides. Evo doesn't have a, you know, running Supermoto anymore. Hunter lives so far away that it's not realistic to ride so far on a Supermoto to go start a ride. Fry's WR is not running. So I'm not going on, you know, weekly Supermoto rides anymore. And I think if I was riding long distance more often or like commuting, I would justify the MT-09 more because I love that thing. Like, it is an incredible bike. watching the videos from the Strad Man, it's just, you know, I just started thinking about it and like, you know what? It just makes sense. And I have people in my comments on Instagram all the time asking me to buy my Ruckus or to buy my CRF. No joke, I get the comments all the time. Sneaky, hiding in the shadows. Love it. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know down in the comments which bikes you would sell, which bikes you would keep. Obviously, I think you would say keep them all. But what bike would you want me to get? What car? What vehicle? What thing? Anything. If you guys want to get any of my merch, you can get it at motonosity.com/shop. As I mentioned before, I'm giving away that 300cc Grom when we're done with it. Every dollar that you support over on Patreon gets you an entry into win. So if you want to head over there, that link is down in the description. There's a lot of other perks too. Y'all have been awesome. I've been Motonosity. Remember, life code with horsepower. Keep life live. I'll see you guys in the next one.